With the recent release and popularity of the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire movie, I figured I would take the opportunity to show my Ghostbusters costume, my Ghostbusters cosplay. I am a huge fan of the 1984 Ghostbusters movie, the one that started it all, and that is what my costume is modeled specifically after. Somebody call about seeing a ghost? So if you'd care to stick around and take a look at my Ghostbusters uniform and some of the accessories that I have to go along with it, I'll let you know where I got each accessory, each item from. If that's something that interests you, please stick around. Welcome to today's video. I'm going to take a look around. The 1984 movie is a classic. If you watch that movie today, anybody seeing it for the first time will definitely enjoy it. It's just one of those movies that have stood the test of time and has become a pop culture phenomenon. But anyway, I'm gonna start now talking about my uniform, my cosplay that I've put together. Again, modeled specifically after the 1984 movie. So I'm going to start with the boots. I'm going to start talking about the boots. These boots I purchased from a company called Magnolia Clothiers. If you go on their website, this is what they call their paranormal boot. And it looks exactly like the boots that were worn by the Ghostbusters in the 1984 movie, with the zippers on the side here. You know, it's got the zippers on the side, which makes the boot really easy to take off and put on. These, I think, really fit the part, really fit the look. Sold by Magnolia Clothiers, which I think are a New Zealand company. I could be wrong, but yeah, look them up. And check out the paranormal boot that they offer. These are pretty great. I'm actually still in the process of breaking them in. I actually had a pretty bad blister on my heel from wearing these out while walking my dog, but you know, they're getting a lot more comfortable. So next I'll talk about the belt. Got my belt here. The belt and a lot of the accessories I want to mention here came from gbfans.com. That's where I got this belt, and as far as I'm aware, this belt is the correct color as well. It's sort of a tan kind of color. So I got the belt and all the key fobs. I have 1, 2, 3 of them are all from GB Fans, the website. Great website for finding a lot of accessories to get you started with your costume. Very popular website. So on the belt, I'm carrying a replica of the Motorola MT500 walkie-talkie. This came from Spirit Halloween. It has the Ghostbusters logo here on the back, and it's temperamental, but it does actually it says something too. It has a recording inside.
He slimed me.
What else will it say?
I saw it! It's right here, Ray. It's looking at me. He's an ugly little spud, isn't he?
I think he can hear you, Ray.
I think he can hear you, Ray. Don't move. It won't hurt you.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's relatively cheap as well. It didn't come with the Motorola logo on it. I actually bought some graphics from a seller on eBay. No, actually it was on Etsy. And yeah, you can find the logos to go on radios on Etsy. There's a lot of sellers out there providing those types of decals and stickers. So that is the replica of the radio that I have. I mean, it has dials and knobs and whatnot that really don't serve any purpose, but you know, it looks the part. And it also came with a holster. And the thing about the holster is that it had the No Ghost logo here on the front, and I went ahead and just kind of scratched it off there. Removed it. I didn't feel that was necessary to have on there because none of the Ghostbusters had it on there. So anyway, I decided to remove it, and I kept the logo on the radio just because it's not seen anyways. So yeah, just fits on there like so. Yeah, just hangs off the belt. The next thing is something that I recently acquired. I recently got this piece, and that's what's known as the belt gizmo. This thing right here. So this device that has a cord attached to it that clips on to the belt as well. Kind of goes around the back of your belt. This stays on your front. This typically worn around the back. This is something I found on Etsy from a seller on Etsy. It's made of rubber. This is what would be considered the stunt version. For the 1984 movie, they did have one of these made from parts sourced from like a Sanyo calculator. You know, it's documented and everything. There's actually probably schematics and diagrams of how to actually make your own. For the 84 movie, they had made one, and throughout filming, that device got damaged quite often, and so they made stunt versions for the movie that were made from rubber. I didn't want to have something that would break and I'd have to take care of, even though I am taking care of this. It's quite durable. It's a pretty good option in place of the calculator motherboard piece and what have you, and all the pieces that could potentially break. So yeah, this came from a seller on Etsy. I can't say for sure specifically who that seller is, but I'm sure if you gave it a Google search, you could ultimately find this as well. So that's the belt gizmo, which in the Ghostbusters world, I think was used as a device to help you not get electrocuted. I could be wrong. If you know what the belt gizmo was for, let me know down in the comment section of this video. I've read many different reasons for it. That is one that I heard of. That it'll help prevent you from getting electrocuted, so, especially while carrying a unlicensed nuclear accelerator on your back. So yeah, that's the belt and all of the accessories that I have. I suppose you could get more accessories, but I'll discuss that after. I know I'm missing a few, but I do have something else I'll mention here after. Moving on now to the elbow pads. These were also sourced from gbfans.com. I believe these are actually volleyball and knee pads, but they look the part. They look the part of the ones that were, worn by the guys in the movie. So they didn't come with the black square on them. Because in the movie, the elbow pads have a black square right here, and so what I did was I taped this off. I used tape, squared it off, and spray painted it black. So more screen accurate. And these are pretty comfortable too. These are actually pretty comfortable to wear. So not bad at all. Next up is my jumpsuit. My jumpsuit I got also from gbfans.com, and this is the True Spec brand. It's probably the most accurate replica of the coveralls that you can find. They don't come with pockets, so I had pockets installed. I had someone sew pockets on them for me. So, in case I'm wearing it and I want to, put my phone somewhere, I can use these pockets. And they do have these pockets up here as well that do come with. So there's a pocket here and a pocket here. If you're going to buy a pair of these coveralls, you want to wear yours a little bit baggy. If you want to go for screen accuracy, the guys did wear their uniforms a little bit on the baggier side, so perhaps a size up is recommended if you wanted to go for the screen accuracy look, the screen accurate look. Also the no ghost patch I got from GB Fans as well. It's the correct one with the chin, because some of these no ghost patches have the ghost without a chin, so I guess that's not screen accurate. As well, the body of the ghost is a lot thinner. If you see one where the body is chubbier, it's all inaccurate. So I have this one, as well as one representing my hometown, which is the Newfoundland Ghostbusters. You got that there as well. And I decided to go with my own name for my name tag. Down here I have the yellow hose attachment piece that I purchased from a seller on Etsy. This typically is a piece that will be sewn onto the uniform, but I guess the risk of it getting ripped off is a common thing that could potentially happen. But this seller on Etsy offers these with magnets. So there's a piece that you sew onto your pant leg, and excuse me, then it attaches via magnet. And then I have this piece here that I actually put on there that aids in clipping to my belt, because the hose ultimately goes nowhere, so it can just hang off your belt. The purpose behind this for character reasons, I'm not quite sure what the purpose is. I've read that it was in case you had the piss scared out of you. Pretty cool feature with the use of magnets. So it won't get caught. If it does, it'll just come off, and with the other piece being clipped onto to my belt, I won't lose the thing. So if you keep seeing me looking over here, it's because I have a list of everything, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget anything. So moving on. Black t-shirt. This is a Gildan t-shirt that I picked up. I don't know, maybe it came from Walmart, but it's a black t-shirt, and it again fits the part, because the guys wore typically a black t-shirt under their jumpsuit. Next comes the chemical gloves. The black chemical gloves. These are basically your run-of-the-mill military CBRN chemical gloves. That's exactly what these are. Rubber gloves. And I got these from GB Fans as well. Again, GB Fans is a good source for a lot of this stuff. Like I was saying, with regards to the belt, there are more accessories for the belt that I could have potentially gotten. Ultimately it'll be a lot of weight hanging off you, but you could have gone, you can get the ghost trap. There are different companies out there who make the ghost trap. I think most recently Hasbro made a pretty accurate looking ghost trap. Again, I don't own one. I don't own a ghost trap. I don't own a PKE meter, which again, Spirit Halloween offers one. What I do have is the Ecto Goggles replica, and these guys are They are from Spirit Halloween as well. And they're also, I think they're a size smaller. Maybe they're like 80% in size and compared to the, you know, the full size version. Because I purchased also decals and labels for these on Etsy, and I found the decals were slightly too big for these. So when I went to place them on there, I noticed that they really didn't fit in that specific location where they go. So I couldn't fully use all of the decals I purchased, which is fine. You know, I was able to use some, and you know, these are pretty cool. I mean, I think they look the part as well. And lastly is my Proton pack, which you can see is right here beside me. So this here is Ruby's 35th anniversary Proton pack that they offer, and this pack is, I think, 80% in size comparison to the full size Proton pack, so it's a little bit smaller basically. You know, I went ahead and doctored it up. I made it more screen accurate as much as I could. I sourced a lot of the different cosmetic pieces and decals and whatnot from a seller on eBay known as Spongeface McGee, he is called. Yeah, I bought a cosmetic upgrade kit from him a couple years ago, you know, and it came with more screen accurate wires, this ribbon, different screws, the iron arm here. That all came from that seller on eBay, Spongeface McGee, which I believe he still sells different upgrade kits for your Proton packs. So that's what I did as well. I also went ahead and I weathered this thing using basically a rag that I dipped into silver spray paint. That's what I used. I put silver spray paint onto a plate, or I think I used a piece of cardboard. I just sprayed it on there and then used the rag, dipping the rag in that. I just went ahead and applied it all over, you know, certain areas to give it that nice weathered look. I think it turned out pretty damn good, in my opinion. So yeah, and I also got the Alice frame. I purchased an Alice frame for this as well. I'm not sure exactly which one this is. I just know that the waist strap here is a little, it's thicker than the original, you know, the screen used pack, but that's fine. I mean, the Alice frame is definitely a upgrade and improvement. So I put the Alice frame on there, as well as this foam insulation piece here that's on the top. Other than that, there is a Alberta Ghostbusters logo here as well. It's another take on the No Ghost logo, except with the shape of the province of Alberta here, where I'm living currently. Even the wand attachment came from Spongeface McGee as well. Interesting name, Spongeface McGee. Yeah. So this just attaches via a magnet on the side here. And yeah, this is what it sounds like. It's pretty cool. I know I can get a sound upgrade as well if I were interested. I just don't know if I'm smart enough to install something like that. If I were to purchase a sound upgrade kit to make this sound more like the pack in the movie, I think I'd have to have somebody else install it for me. So there it is. My Ghostbusters complete cosplay. This is something that I've been putting together now just throughout the years, getting, you know, pieces here and there as I find it. I'm a big fan of the Ghostbusters movie, and I think it shows. Love the new Frozen Empire movie. Let me know in the comments section what you thought of the new Ghostbusters Frozen Empire movie. I thought it was quite good. I like how the torch was passed on to a younger generation of Ghostbusters. Yeah, I took a look around. I can't find anything. I ain't seeing anything. I'm gonna head back to the firehouse. See you shortly.